We are going to solve Pure Mathematics 3, May, June 2022. The first variant 3-1. The first question is about solve the equation using log. So just take natural log on both sides. Ln of 4x plus 1. Then apply the property of ln. That will be ln of 2 plus ln of 3 power 2x minus 1 is equal to x plus 1 will be here. Then ln of 4. Then you can also write this 2x minus 1 in the back. 2x minus 1 times ln of 3 is equals to, you can multiply ln of 4 inside, that will become x times ln of 4 plus ln of 4. Ln of 2 plus, you can also multiply ln of 3 inside, that will become ln of 2 ln of 3x minus ln of 3 is equals to x ln 4 plus ln 4. Combine the terms involving x, so 2x ln 3, this term, and then bring the other term on the left hand side, so this will be x ln 4 is equals to ln 4, bring ln 3 on the other side, that will become ln 3 minus ln 2. Apply the properties, ln 4 plus ln 3 will become 4 times 3, that will become ln 12 minus ln 2, this will be ln 12 upon 2. So this will be ln of 6. So also take x common, this will become 2 times ln 3 minus ln 4 is equal to ln 6. I'm doing this step by step so that, because जब आप इंटीग्रेशन का सवाल करते हो तो उसमें ना बहुत से क्वेश्चंस ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें आपको ना एक्सप्रेशन कन्वर्ट करना होता है किसी स्पेसिफिक फॉर्म में. For that reason, I'm going to apply the all properties and I'm combining the liens, okay, using the properties of lien. So left side will become lien of 3 square. You will bring this 2 on the power of 3. So this will be lien 9 minus lien 4 is equal to lien 6. So now just divide this on the other side. This will become lien of 6 upon lien of 9 minus lien of 4. So now put this value in the calculator, but make sure the calculator will be set on radians. So lien of 6 divided by lien of 9 minus lien of 4. Lien of 6 bracket divided by lien of 9 minus lien of 4 equals to, this will be x is equal to 2.21. So the next question is, expand this expression in the ascending powers of x up to and including the term in x4, simplifying the coefficients. You know about the formula 1 plus x to the power n will be 1 plus nx plus n times n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial times x square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial times x cube. This will remain with mod of x less than 1. Just give me 10 minutes. I'm going to apply this formula. So just write the expression 2 minus x squared to the power minus 2. Take 2 common, but make sure that when you will take 2 common, this will come with the power, okay? So inside will become 1 minus x squared by 2 power minus 2. So this will be 1 over 4 times 1 minus x squared to the power minus 2. Now you will apply this formula on this expression. So this will be 1 over 4, 1 plus nx, okay, over n is minus 2 and over x is minus x square by 2 plus n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial into x square minus x square by 2 square. Now he was saying that you need to express this till x4. So if you pay the attention, like here we have x square, and when you will take square of that, that will become x4. So we don't need any term. So let's say 1 over 4. This will be 1 plus x square plus, you can cancel out this 2. This will be minus 1 times minus 3. This will be just 3. And 2 to the power 2, this will be 4. 3 over 4 times x to the power 4. 1 over 4 plus x square by 4, then plus 3 over 16x4. So this was the answer. State the set of values of x4 with the expansion is well. When you see this formula on your formula sheet, you will see this condition with that, okay? Now, when you will apply this condition, mod of x less than 1, here if you see this expression, in place of x we have minus x square by 2. So if the relation was mod of x less than 1, in our case this will be mod of minus x square over 2 less than 1, okay? So this will be minus x square over 2 mod less than 1. We can write x square mod less than 2, and then you can interchange mod with like even powers 2, 4, 6, and then this will be, if you take square root on both sides, this will be mod of x less than 2. One more thing, you can also write this expression as, you can actually make x sandwiched between like square root 2. What I mean, negative square root 2 less than x less than square root 2, okay? So ये आपका आंसर है. Solve the equation 2 cot of 2x plus 3 cot of x is equal to 5 for 0 till 180 degree. तो आप जानते हैं the formula for tan, I'm going to write the formula for tan 2x. But tan 2x was 2 tan x divided by 1 minus tan square x, okay? So if you see that, what is the meaning of cot 2x? We can write cot 2x is actually 1 over tan 2x, okay? So we can write cot 2x as 1 over tan 2x plus 3 cot x, we can write 3 over tan x is equal to 5. So just use that formula. 2 tan x over 1 minus tan square x, then plus 3 divided by tan x is equal to 5. This will be 1 minus tan square x times 2 divided by 2 tan x plus 3 over tan x is equal to 5. I can cancel this 2 with this. So if you take the LCM, this will become tan x 1 minus tan square x plus 3 is equal to 5. So numerator will become 4 minus tan square x is equals to 5 tan x. So bring all the terms on the right side. So this will become tan square x plus 5 tan x minus 4 equal to 0. So this is a now quadratic equation. So we can find the solutions using quadratic formula. But if you see the marks, okay, we can use direct calculator, okay? So mod equations, press 2, then press 2, 1, 5 and minus 4. So the values of tan x will be the first value of quadratic equation. Okay, you can use the quadratic formula, but I'm using the calculator directly. So 0.70, I'm writing till 4 or 5 digits so that my answer will be correct. 70156, and then tan x is equals to, that's equal, and then decimal. This will be negative 5.70156. Okay. Now draw two diagrams. Whenever you are solving the trigonometric equations, try to express this in the diagram. So tan x is positive in first and third quadrant, and tan is negative in third and fourth quadrant. And also keep in your mind that the values for the theta was 0 till 180 degree. Okay. Now the basic angle, BA stands for basic angle, will be tan inverse of 0.70156. Okay. For the first one, and then for the second one, basic angle will be basic angle, I mean this angle. Okay, this one with positive x-axis and positive and negative x-axis. Okay, so basic angle will be tan inverse of, for basic angle you just ignore the signs negative. Okay, so you will just write 5.70156, and for the first one, shift tan inverse 0.70156. Okay, 35.1 degree. And then for the second one, the basic angle is shift tan inverse 5.70156. So this is basic angle is equals to 5.70156. Basic angle is equals to 80 point, let's say 1. Okay. Now actually we want this angle, and in the first diagram this angle. Okay. So if you see, in the first case, the required angle was the basic angle actually. So that is just 35.1. And in second case, what we have right now is 80.1 degree, and that is in diagram is actually this angle that we don't need. Okay. So the required will be theta is equals to 180 degree minus 80.1 degree. So 180 minus answer. So this will be theta is equals to 99.9 degree. Okay. And in first case, this was just theta is equal to 35.1 degree. Okay. So these are the required values for theta or x. Sorry, the variable was x, so I wrote just theta. So you can write x. Okay. So you can also write x. So now move to the next question. The variable x and y satisfy the differential equation this. And y is equal to, when x equal to 0, solve the differential equation obtaining a simplified expression for y in terms of x. Okay. So before solving the differential equations, I told you for so many times that always try to bring the differentials in the numerators. Now, what do you mean by differentials? Differential is actually dy and dx are known as differentials. So one of the differential is already in the numerator. The other differential was dx, and that is in the denominator. So what I will do, I will just write dy is equals to xy over 1 plus x square into dx, okay? And then we need to combine the same variables. Now, here you can see there is a y. So bring this y on the other side. So how you will do that? You will actually write dy over y is equal to x over 1 plus x square, okay? So now all the variables are separated. Just take the integral on both sides. So you know that the integral of 1 over y is actually just ln y. And for right hand side, I'm going to write the formula. The formula for to handle this type of integration was, if you have a derivative in the numerator and function whose power is 1, okay? This is the derivative in the numerator, and in the denominator you have a function with power 1, okay? Dx, actually the answer for this is ln of function, okay? The ln of denominator. But if you see in our question, there is a function in the denominator that was just 1 plus x squared to the power 1, but the derivative of that function is actually 2x. But in the numerator we have just x, so we need to multiply it with 2 and then divide by 2. So the right hand side will become 1 over 2 times ln of function, that is just 1 plus x square, okay? Here our function is 1 plus x square and 2x is its derivative. But in the answer we don't need to write, we don't need derivative, we just need ln of function. So forget about this 2x, okay? Many questions got confused that, sir, where this 2x gone? So if you see the formula in the answer there, we just need write ln of the function, okay? Forget about this derivative. Anyway, then add a constant. Now apply the condition. The condition was ln of, the condition was y is equal to 2 when x equal to 0. Just put y is equal to 2, 1 over 2 ln of x is 0, so 1 plus 0 square plus 0. So do the mental maths here. 0 square is 0, ln of 1 is 0, okay? You need to remember few things like sine 0 0, cos 0 0, ln 1 is 0, okay? Sorry, cos 0 1. So we can write directly ln of 2, ln of 1 is 0, so just the value of c is ln of 2, okay? So value for c is c is equal to ln of 2. Put this value in the above expression. This ln of y is equal to 1 over 2 ln of 1 plus x square plus ln of 2. Now, if you read the question, solve the differential equation. What do you mean by solve the differential equation? Solve means you will have to find this above variable, okay? This is the easiest concept. Whenever he will say solve the differential equation, you actually need to find the variable which is in the numerator normally, okay? So now my target is to make y as my subject. How I will do that? Actually, you need a lot of practice on logarithms, okay? So now you will combine all these logs. So just write ln of y and then bring this 1 over 2 in the power of 1 plus x square by using the property for ln. This will be 1 plus x square whole power 1 over 2, and whole 1 over 2 is actually square root. So I can write, instead of writing 1 over 2, I can put square root, then ln of 2. Again, ln of y is equal to, the two logs are being added, so we can actually multiply them by using the property for ln. Then if whenever there is two logs on both sides, now we will take the anti-log, so both the ln will cancel, so y will be 2 times 1 plus x square. So this was the answer for the above equation, okay? You can see that y is subject. Solve the differential, okay? This is the answer, y is equal to 2 times square root 1 plus x square. So anyway, this was just the extra page. Now come to question 5, the polynomial. This where a and b are constant is denoted by p of x. It is given that x minus 2 is a factor of both p of x and p prime of x. What do you mean by factor? Factor means that when I will put x minus 2 is actually a factor. When I will put this equal to 0, I will get x equal to 2. Now factor means that if I put this 2 in p of x, this will be 0. And if I will put this in p prime of x, this also will be 0. Actually, this is the factor theorem. So I will use the first condition, means p of 2 is equal to 0. So just put 2 in the above equation in place of x. So this will become a times 2 cube minus 10 times 2 square plus 2b. Yes, bx means 2b plus 8 equal to 0. This will be 8a minus 40 plus 2b plus 8 equal to 0. And then 8a plus 2b and minus 40 minus 32 equal to 0. 8a plus 2b is equal to 32. You can divide it by 2. You will get 4a plus b is equal to 16. Okay. Call it first equation. Now we will use the prime notation. For that, we need actually the derivative of p of x. Okay. P prime of x means derivative of p of x, and the derivative of ax cube will be 3ax square. The derivative of minus 10x square will be minus 20x, and derivative of bx will be just b. Okay. And derivative of it is 0. P prime of 2 is equal to 0, and just put 2 in above equation. This will become 3a 2 square minus 20 times 2 plus b is equal to 0. 2 square is 4 and 4 3 is 12. 12a minus 40 plus b is equal to 0. 12a plus b is equal to 40. So call it equation 2. Now we need to solve these two equations to get a and b. Okay. So just subtract both the equations. Right. First equation, 4a plus b is equals to 16. Subtract them. 12a minus 4a is just 8a. B minus b will be 0. And 40 minus 16 will be 24. So a will be 3. Put this value in first equation. This will be 4a plus, 4 times 3 plus b is equal to 16. So b will be 16 minus 12, which is 4. So b will be 4. Okay. Now come to the second question. B, when a and b have these values, factorize p of x complete. Now, p of x originally was ax cube minus 10x square minus 10x square plus bx plus 8. Okay, this was originally the polynomial. Now use your a and b. The a was 3. A was 3 minus 10x square, and b was 4x plus 8. Okay. Now he's saying that factorize this polynomial completely. For to make all the factors for this polynomial, we will take the help of long division. For long division, you always need at least one divisor or one factor, and that is given. The factor was x minus 2. Okay, and this will be we need 3x square to make x as my 3x cube. We need 3x square here. Okay, when I will multiply 3x square with x, I will get 3x cube. Okay, so in this way we have 3x cube Then multiply 3x square with minus 2. This will be minus 6x square. And then subtract this. Minus 4 plus 4x square plus 8. Okay. Now we need minus 4x here. This will be minus 4x times x will be minus 4x square. Minus 4x times minus 2 will be plus 8x. Subtract it. This will be 0. 4 minus 8 will become minus 4x plus 8. Now multiplied with just 4. This will become minus 4x plus 8. And remainder will be 0. Okay. Now using long division, how I can write the P of x? P of x will be x minus 2 times quotient. That will be 3x square minus 4x minus 4 plus remainder, which is 0. Okay. If you want to rewrite the expression with by using the long division, write P of x here on the left side, and then P of x is actually the product of divisor and quotient and then plus remainder, and actually the remainder is 0. So we have just P of x is equal to x minus 2 into 3x square minus 4x minus 4. Now he was saying factorize P of x completely. We have now another quadratic equation. We will make the factors for this as well. So we have 3x square minus 4x minus 4. There are different ways to make factors for this. The easiest way to just find its roots using the quadratic formula. Three minus 4 minus 4. The first root is x equal to 2, and second root is x equals to minus 2 by 3. Bring both the values on the other side. This will become x minus 2 equal to 0, and then multiply 3 with x. This will be 3x minus is equal to minus 2, and then bring minus 2 on the other side. This will become 3x plus 2 equal to 0. So actually x minus 2 and 3x plus 2 are the factors for this part. Okay, so the factors for our original polynomial will be x minus 2, that was the previous factor, and then the two factors of the quadratic equation. This will become x minus 2 times 3x plus 2. So as a whole, x minus 2 power 2 times 3x plus 2 will be the complete factorization for our given polynomial. So now the sixth question is about integration by substitution actually. Let I is equals to 0 to 327 over this using the substitution. If you just recall the steps of substitution method, the first step was just take derivative, okay? Take dx over d theta means we need to take derivative of this x with respect to this variables, okay? Variable. So dx over d theta will be 3 secant square theta. Dx is equal to 3 secant square theta d theta. Now limits. The original limits are x is equal to 0. Put this 0 in the substitution in place of x. 0 is equal to 3 tan theta. Tan theta will be 0. Just divide 3 on the other side. And when tan theta is 0, just take inverse to get theta is equal to 0. Now put above limit, that is just 3. 3 is equal to 3 tan theta. This will be tan, this will give us tan theta is equals to 1. If you take inverse, you will get theta is equals to pi by 4. Okay. Now, our integral that was originally 0 to 327 over 9 plus x square whole power 2 dx. That was our original integral, but now it become 0 was x. Now you will replace this 0 with theta 0, and 3 was the limit of x, and now you will replace above limit 3 with pi by 4, the limit for theta. 27 will be written as it is, and then in the denominator 9 plus x square. Okay, here we have x square, and actually x is equal to this thing, so just put square on that. So 310 whole square will be 9 tan square theta power 2. What was the value for d of x? This part. The value for d of x was 3 secant square theta d theta. So 3 secant square theta d theta. Okay. Zero to pi by 4. Then 27 times 3 will be 81. And then in the numerator, secant square theta d theta divided by, in the denominator, if you take 9 as common from the bracket, from inside the bracket, but when you will take 9 common, make sure that you have square in the whole power. So 9 will come with square. So this will become 81 outside. Okay, 9 square will be 81. So inside will be 1 plus tan square theta whole square. So 81 will be cancelled out. 0 to pi by 4. Secant square theta divided by, now you know the identity, that 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Okay, so we can use this secant square theta. This is the identity d theta. So secant square theta divided by secant 4 theta d theta. This will be 0 to pi by 4, 1 over secant square will cancel out with secant square. So in the denominator, we will have just secant square theta. And 1 over secant square theta is what? Cos square theta d theta. So if you look at the answer, we have the target that we need to convert the original integral to this integral, that show that the I is equal to this expression. So we have done with a part. Okay. Now the second part is about hence find the exact value of I. So for this case, for this part, we will use the simplified form of I, and that is actually the answer for part A. 0 to pi by 4 cos square theta d theta. Okay, so to integrate cos square theta and sine square theta, we have the two identities. Whenever there is sine square theta or cos square theta and you have to integrate it, you need this in this formula, that is 1 minus cos 2 theta over 2, and for cos square this will be 1 plus cos 2 theta over 2. Okay, so 0 to pi by 4, 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2 d theta. Okay, now I can write 1 over 2, 0 pi by 4, 1 plus cos 2 theta d theta. 1 over 2, 0 pi over 4, um, 1 over 2. Integration of 1 is theta, and integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta over 2, with the limits 0 till pi over 4. Now just put the limits pi over 4 plus 1 over 2 sine 2 times pi over 4. This was the upper limit, minus lower limit is 0, theta will 0, and then sine 0 over 2, that is just 0 over 2, that will be 0. 1 over 2 pi over 4 plus 1 over 2. Now this is just sine pi by 2, and that is just 1. Okay, sine pi by 2 is 1. You can use the calculator. So we have pi over 8 plus 1 over 4. Okay, this is the answer. The seventh question is about the complex number u is defined by the seventh question is the complex number u is defined by u is equal to this. Express u in terms of a in the form of x plus iy, where x and y are real and exact. Okay, so express u in terms of a in the form of x plus iy. So we will write u is equal to square root 2 minus a I divided by 1 plus 2i. Okay, just multiplied with 1 minus 2i, the conjugate of denominator, and divide by 1 minus 2i. Okay, now square root 2 minus 2 square root 2i minus a square root 2i minus plus, again that will minus a 2 square root 2 whole divided by, this will be 1 square minus 2i square, and that will be just 5, because 1 square is 1 and 2i square is minus 4. So the final answer will be 5. Square root 2 minus 2a square root 2 minus 2 square root 2i minus a square root 2i whole divided by 5. Okay, so we can write it as square root 2 minus 2a square root 2 divided by 5 minus common 2 square root 2 plus a square root 2, and I will be common on the right hand side. So this will be a plus ib form, okay, or x plus iy form. Now in this, our real part will be, real part is 2 minus 2a square root 2 divided by 5, and complex part or imaginary part will be, complex part or imaginary part will be minus 2 square root 2 plus a square root 2 divided by 5. Okay, now it is given now that a is equals to 3. Express u in the form of r e I theta, where r is greater than 0. Now we need to convert this u in the modulus argument form. So we need to convert this u in the modulus argument form. For this, we will just copy it. Okay. Now a is 3, so just put a is equal to 3. Now we will use the mental math because numbers are just 2. Put a is equal to 3 here. So this will be 3 to the 6 square root 2. Square root 2 minus 6 square root 2. Final answer will be minus 5 square root 2 divided by 5. Okay. Then minus also 2 square root 2 plus a is 3. So 3 square root 2. This will be 5 square root 2 divided by 5i. Okay. So finally, minus square root 2 minus square root 2i. So u mod will be under root 4, that is 2, because u mod will be square of this thing plus square of this thing, then square root. So you will have just 4, and square root of 4 is just 2. Okay. So our r is actually 2. R will be is equal to 2. And for theta, you need to look at this complex number that both x and both y, like both x and y are negative. So it means that this complex number is in which quadrant? First, second, or third? This will be in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, the theta will be negative pi minus basic angle. That is, basic angle means tan inverse of y over x. Okay. Y means the absolute value of this part, like just like y is just, sorry, this value, and x is just this value. Okay. We just ignore the signs while finding the basic angle. Anyway, coming back to the formula, theta will be minus pi minus tan inverse of square root 2 over square root 2, that is just 1. And tan inverse of 1 is very famous value, that is just pi by 4. So minus pi by 4 will be just minus 3 pi divided by 4. So z will be is equal to r e raised to power I theta, and value of r is 2, and value of theta is minus 3 pi divided by 4. So this was the modulus argument form. Use your answer to part B, find the 2 square roots of u. So just if you recall the method, that how did you find the 2 square roots of some number, and that question like had almost 6 or 5 marks. So we have just 3 marks. So we need to learn some extra technique to find the 2 square roots, like in short form, okay, or in using the short formula. So there is a formula, that is, whenever you have a number in like e I theta form, you can write its nth root will be part e I theta plus 2k pi, and then whole power 1 over n. Like if you need 2 roots, then your n is actually 2. If you need 3 roots, your n will be 3 accordingly. And let's say if you need 4 roots, so n will be 4. And now what is k? K is actually k. Now we have decided that our n is 2 because we need just 2 square roots. So n is 2 and k will be 1 less than n. So started with O 0 and will be 0 and 1. Okay, that k will never be 2. Why? Because I told you that k is 1 less than the n. So n was 2, so k is just 0, 1. Okay. So now put these values of k 1 by 1 to get the 2 square roots. So the first square root will be, for k is equal to 0, we can denote this z0. Okay. 2 e raised to power I theta was minus 3 pi divided by 4. K is 0, so 2k pi, this part will become 0. So just this, and then I told you that n was 2. So this will be 2 to the power 1 over 2, and then e minus I 3 pi divided by 8. Okay, 4 times 2. So we can write it as 2 square root 2 e negative 3 pi divided by 8i. or I. So this was the first root. So for the second root, we'll put k is equals to 1. That will be just z1 is equals to 2e I theta plus. We will put this k is equal to 1 here. Okay. Theta plus 2 pi. Okay. But we can also use you can also put theta, and that is minus 3 pi divided by 4, and then k is equal to 1. This will become 2 pi. Now put whole power 1 divided by 2. Okay, so just separate 1 over 2 on 2. This will be square root 2, and then e, if you calculate minus 3 pi by 4 divided plus 2 pi, this will be 4 2s are 8, 8 minus 3. This will be just I 5 pi by 4 whole power 1 by 2. So square root 2 e to the power iota 5 pi whole divided by 8. So this was the second square root of above u. Okay. So moving to question 8, the equation of the curve is x cube plus y cube plus 2xy plus 8 is equal to 0. Express dy by dx in terms of x and y. So this is implicit differentiation. So take derivative of both sides. Take differentiation of both sides. D over dx of x cube plus y cube plus 2xy plus 8 is equal to 0. Derivative of x cube is 3x square. Derivative of y cube is 3y square, but with dy by dx. Okay, because you are taking differentiation with respect to x, and this is y. Okay, and so now you will apply the product rule on these two terms. This is first term, and this was the second term. So the derivative of 2x is just 2, and y will remain as it is, plus then 2x as it is, and derivative of y is dy by dx, and then plus derivative of 8 is 0 is equal to 0. Now make dy by dx as your subject, 3y square plus 2x, and bring minus 3x square plus 2y on the other side. This will become minus 3x square minus 2y. Now divide 3y square plus 2x on the right side to get dy by dx is equal to minus, you can also take minus common, 3x square plus 2y whole divided by 3y square plus 2x. So this was the simplest form of dy divided by dy by x, dy by dx. Okay, so the tangent to the curve at the point where x is equal to 0 and at the point where y is equal to 0 intersects at the acute angle alpha. This is actually an important question. For this, let me copy these two things. Here. Secondly, the original equation. The tangent to the curve at the point where x is equal to 0. We have just one coordinate of that point where x is equal to 0. So we will find first of all the second coordinate. Put x is equal to 0 in the given equation. This will become 0 cube. You can see 0 cube and 2xy term. These two terms will be 0. So we will just y cube plus 8 is equal to 0 and y is equal to minus 2. So just call this point as 0, minus 2. Okay. Now for y is equal to 0, because y is equal to 0. Now put y is equal to 0 in the question. You will have x cube. Similarly, x cube plus 8 is equal to 0. So in the same way, you will have x minus 2 and call this point as -2, 0. So now you have two tangents. We cannot draw the exact graph of the given equation, but we can expect that. Let's suppose that this will be the first tangent. Okay, let's see, and this will be the second tangent. Okay, and we need actually this angle, the angle between two tangents. Okay, we are not interested in the graph of the equation. We are just interested in the tangents, in their tangents. Okay, so we need this pink angle. So all of you know that if this angle is A and this angle is B, there's a relation between angle and the gradient of any line, and that is the tangent of that angle is equal to actually the gradient of that equation. And similarly, tangent for second second angle will be the gradient for second line. Okay, you must know these two things. Using this, we have studied this thing in the class, that using these two things, we have a formula tan of alpha, because alpha is the angle between two tangents if you see the question. So formula for tangent of alpha was the difference of two gradients whole divided by 1 plus product of two gradients. So dy by dx was minus 3x square plus 2y whole divided by 3y square plus 2x. So one by one, put a and b in this dy by dx to get the value of m1 and m2. So let's say put a in this dy by dx. M1 will be 3 times 0 square will be 0, and then 2 times -2 is -4, so 4 in the numerator, and then the same point will be in the denominator, that will be 2 square 4, 12. Okay, so this will be just 1 by 3. So put b also to get value for m2, that is just you will get 4 over, sorry, you will get -12 divided by -4. Okay, I'm putting the point b in dy by dx, and this is just 3. So use these values of m1 and m2 in our formula. Tan of alpha is equals to 3 minus 1 over 3 whole divided by 1 plus 3 times 1 over 3. Okay, so the numerator will be 8 over 3 divided by 2. Okay, so this will be just 4 over 3. So we have a relation tan alpha is equals to 4 over 3. But this is the required relation, because he was saying find the value of tan alpha. He could ask find the value of alpha. So for that, you will just take the inverse for tan inverse of 4 over 3. Okay, but in the given condition, you just need tan alpha. Okay, so moving to the question 9, it is related to vector. In the diagram, OA, B, C, D, E, F, G is a cuboid in which OA is 2 units, OC is 4 units, and OG is 2 units. Unit vectors I, J, and K are parallel to OAC and OA, OC, and OG respectively. The point M is the midpoint of DF. The point N on AB is such that AM is equal to 3 times of NB. So let's say if NB is 1, so this will be 3. Okay. Express the vectors O, M, and M n in terms of I, J, and K. So to write OM, we need the diagram from O to M. First of all, we will come here. Okay. O at O till this point, this will be 1 because the total value is 2. So at halfway, this will be 1. Okay. O to this point, and then we will go this way in the middle of like this, and then we will go up to reach at M. Okay. So this will be I or 1I plus. We are going this way. This will be 2j because total is 4, but we will be in the middle. And then plus, we will go up till M. So we will use the total height that was 2. I plus 2j plus 2k. And then we need Mn. To write Mn, we will go through MO plus OA plus AN. Okay. So MO, and we have OM in the previous. So MO will be just the opposite sign of OM. So this will be minus I minus 2j minus 2k plus OA. OA will be 2I, and AN. AN is actually parallel to OC. So we will use the unit vector of OC, and that is J. And we will use the magnitude of AN, that is 3. Okay. 3 times J. So solve this. This will be I plus J minus 2k. Okay. So this will be the value for Mn. Find a vector equation for the line through M and N. So vector equation for the line will be use any of the point, okay, M or N. So I'm writing 1, 2, 2. That is actually M. Okay, I'm using the point M plus scalar times the directional vector. One more thing you need to remember, that always draw the diagram, roughly diagram. This is not needed, but this will be helpful for you. Here we have M, and here we have N. Okay. So now we need the directional vectors parallel to the line, and that could be Mn itself. Okay. So Mn will be 1, 1, minus 2. So this will be the equation for the line through M and N. Okay. So the very important concept, show that the line of the perpendicular from O to the line through M and N will be this. So for this part, we are using the previous thing. Also, we will draw the 3D shape to understand this concept. So let's say we have this line, and show that the length of perpendicular from the origin. So this was the starting point of that perpendicular. Okay, from the origin to the line through M and N. Forget about M and N. So we just need to draw the perpendicular from O to the line. Okay, this is the simplest thing. Now we can write P here. Okay, any point. Okay. So we learned the concept that whenever we have a point P, any point on the line, we can write its position vector as the equation. Okay, we can use our given equation as the position vector of our any point. Okay, of any point. So this will be 1 plus mu using the line, 2 plus mu, then 2 minus 2 mu. Let me tell you this concept using the basic algebra. Let's suppose you have this line. Let's say this line, you have this line. This will be y is equal to x plus 1, let's say, okay? So if we have 1, and I ask you that value of x is 1, what will be the value of y? What you will do? You will actually put this 1 in the given line. That will be 1 plus 1. So this will be 2. So again, I ask you that x is 3 and tell me y. So what you will do? You will again put 3 like in the given line. So this will be 3, 4. So you have noticed that for every point, actually line is helping that to find the y coordinates. So we can use this concept in the vector as well. So if we have any point, we can represent that point with the equation of line, okay, using the concept of this 2D things, okay. This concept will help you to understand this part, okay. So we have OP is equal to this. Now OP is perpendicular to line. Now, actually OP is perpendicular to line, but we have nothing to do with line. We will use the directional vector, because if OP is perpendicular to line, it also means that, let's suppose if we have M here and if we have N here, so this M to N will be directional vector. So it's understood that OP is also perpendicular on the vector Mn. So now we have learned the concepts that whenever two vectors are perpendicular, their product will be 0, okay? Their product will be 0. So now product will be 0, dot product will be 0, okay? Or scalar product. 1 plus mu, 2 plus mu, and 2 minus 2 mu. Dot Mn. Mn in the previous part was 1, 1 minus 2. Okay, you can see here 1, 1 minus 2. 1, 1 minus 2 equals to 0. So take dot product, multiply component wise. 1 plus mu into 1 will be 1, 1 plus mu, then 2 plus mu, then minus 4 plus 4 mu is equal to 0. So this will be 3 minus 4 will be minus 1 plus 6 mu is equal to 0. So mu will be 1 over 6. Put this point above to get your required point. So 1 plus mu is 1 over 6. 2 plus mu is 1 over 6. And 2 minus 2 by 6. Okay. So this will be 7 over 6. 13 over 6, and then 10 over 6. Now take its mod to get the length. Actually, mod will be 49 over 36 plus 169 over 36 plus 100 over 36. We also need to show that this line length is actually square root 53 divided by 6. Okay, so add these values. This will be 49 plus this will be 318 whole divided by 36. So actually 318 is we can make the factors like 6 times 6, 318. So we can cancel 6 with this with 53. So this will be 53 divided by 6. This was the required form. Now the last question is about the iteration. The curve y is equal to x square root sine x has one stationary point in the interval where x is equal to a. So at x is equal to a, we have a stationary point. What does this mean? This means that if we draw the tangent here, this will be 0. So it's mean dy by dx is actually 0. So now take the derivative for this. Derivative for this will be dy by dy over dx is equal to, apply the product rule, x will be as it is. Apply the power rule on square root sine x. So 1 over 2 1 over 2 sine x whole power minus 1 by 2 into derivative of sine x, which will be cos x, and then plus square root sine x. As it is, the derivative of x is 1. So now x over 2, we can write directly sine x cos x, okay, plus sine of x. Take LCM. Sorry, this cos x will be here. Now take LCM. 2 sine x, x cos x plus sine square root x into sine square root x, that will be 2 sine x, okay. Now we have a stationary point x equal to at x equal to a, so it's mean that dy by dx is equal to 0 if x is equal to a. So put x is equal to a in above derivative, so a cos of a plus 2 sine of a whole divided by 2 sine of a is equal to 0. Bring the denominator with 0, this will be multiplied with 0, so a cos of a plus 2 sine of a is equal to 0. So make the required form, that is tan of a is equals to negative 1 over 2. So a cos of a is equal to minus 2 sine of a. So a over 2, divide cos on the other side to make tan a. So tan a will be minus 1 over 2 a. Okay, this was the required form. So moving to the next part. Now second part is verify by calculation that a lies between 2 and 2.5. For that, make a single function like bring all the things on the right side or on the left side. So we are bringing this minus 1 over 2 times a on left hand side. So tan of a plus 1 over 2 a. Now put g of 2 and then g of 2.5. Okay. So this will be also set calculator on the tan of 2 plus 1 over 2 times 2. This is negative 1.18, so negative. And second is tan of 2.5 plus 1 divided by 2 times 2.5. This will be 0.50. This will be positive. So it's mean that signs are changing. So A will be between 2.5 and 2 and 2.5. Okay. Now the C part is show that if a sequence of values in the interval 0 till pi given by the iterative formula base converges, then it converges to A, the root of the equation in part A. We have also learned this concept that the meaning of this question is we just need to go back to the original equation from this thing. Okay, so if we are succeeded, so we will say that yes, the iterative formula, the answer given by the iterative formula is actually our root. So, okay, so let's make things simple. Just ignore the n. This will be x is equal to pi minus tan inverse of x over 2. So the original equation was this, tan of a is equal to negative 1 over 2. So tan inverse of x over 2 is equal to pi minus x. Then x over 2 tan inverse will become tan of pi minus x. Okay. Now you know the formula from trigonometry that tan of a minus b is tan of a minus tan of b whole divided by 1, 1 plus tan of a times tan of b. So tan pi is 0. You can check the calculator. Minus tan of x whole divided by 1 plus 0. Okay. So finally we have tan of negative tan of x. So x over 2 is equal to negative tan of x. So negative x over 2 is equal to tan of x. So we are done. Okay. Now in the D part, use the iterative formula given in part C to determine a correct to 2 decimal places given the result of each iteration to 4 decimal places. Okay. So we have the iteration xn plus 1 is equals to pi minus tan inverse of xn divided by 2. Okay. So just put n is equal to 0 in this question, in this iteration. So x1 will be pi minus tan inverse of x naught divided by 2. Now x naught can be any value, okay? But the easiest way to write x naught, just the average of the 2 points in between roots lie, okay? So that will be 2.25, yes, sorry, 2.25. So now put this value here. X1 will be pi minus tan inverse of 2.25 divided by 2 is equals to shift pi minus shift tan inverse fraction 2.25 divided by 2, press equal. We need to write the iteration's answer to 4 decimals. Okay, here you can see. Okay, so 2.2974. Now we will again put n is equal to 1 in this formula. N is equal to 1. So this will become x2 is equal to pi minus tan inverse x1 tan inverse of x1 over 2. And x1 is actually this answer. Okay. So the short way to do this is move the cursor and come to 2.25 and replace this value with answer. So this answers mean the answer of the last iteration, and that was x1. Now press equal. This will be x. This will be your x2. Okay. So this will be your x2. So x2 will be 2.2871. Then press again equal. This will be x3. 2.2893. Press again equal. X4 will be 2.2888. So the answer mean till 2 decimal places the value will be repeated. Okay, so you can see here that the values are repeated, and up to 2 decimal places the value of a or the value of root is actually 2.29. Okay, this is the answer. So this is the end of our lecture. So we have done all the paper.